another potential super fight, or maybe it's not a super fight yet, but it's a big matchup. The Battle of the Davids at 168, David Benavidez versus David Morrell. I'm not really sure what to make of this one because I heard things like the fight was like contractually on the table. Then I heard I've never seen a contract. I don't know anything. So what are you hearing about this fight, Benavidez versus Morrell?
Yeah, it's pretty confusing. You had David Benavidez say, everything you guys are hearing is cap, essentially. He didn't agree to anything. And then, of course, now you're starting to see David Morrell. He's starting to call out David Benavidez, right? Like saying, like, yo, you were like I think he had a meme on his Twitter, basically with David Benavidez and his father running on a track, and David Morrell chasing after them, which was hilarious. He also actually came out with a statement as well, stating that David Benavidez is basically he's soft, and if he was in Cuba, he'll get robbed with sneakers. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, he talking greasy. I ain't gonna lie, he talking spicy right now.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hold you. But yeah, it's pretty weird because even David Benavidez Sr. Jose Sr. He was basically saying David Benavidez's father was basically saying that David Morrell's trainer declined the fight, saying that it was too early for David Morrell. And he said that we will take that fight since we're not going to get the Canelo fight. Just have them kind of, I guess sign a contract. I'm not sure. There's a lot of confusion behind it. But as of right now, if Canelo's not going to fight Benavidez, at least anytime soon, at least for that September date, then Benavidez might as well just fight David Morrell, get him out of there.
Yeah. I also heard Jose Sr. say that they had a 3-fight deal. David Benavidez had a 3-fight deal that included Charlo, Morrell, and Demetrius Andrade. So that makes it even more confusing to me because you said there was this 3-fight deal for these fighters. Then you're saying that, they declined it. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. But all in all, I do think it'll be a good fight because Benavidez has the experience, right? But this will be the first time he's probably going up against a guy that's as big as him, as tenacious as him. You know what I mean? And then Morrell continues to get better and better as he works with Ronnie Shields. So he's in the same camp as Jamal Charlo, Big Charlo. So I think he's probably gaining some experience there. And then if you kind of watch his fights progressively, he's getting a bit more slick, a bit more movement, and that could come from, the Ronnie Shields tutelage. So I do think he's getting better and better. David does have experience, though. We see that experience plays a factor in big fights. As you see, Benavidez versus Plant really dominated the first half of that fight. I think the experience was showing, but I think eventually the talent caught up. But Morrell is super talented as well. So I think that now that has potential to be another firefight. That's another fight that I think probably won't go the distance.
Yeah, that's not going the distance. I think Benavidez is going to stop him. Like, I think it's just eventually. I think he's going to put up like a good effort. But I think it's just eventually Benavidez is going to look to punish him. Now he has a puncher's chance, and he can hit, he can crack, but just that experience and the type of fighter Benavidez is. But like you said, it will be entertaining.
Yeah,
it will be entertaining.
Yeah, because I know Morrell doesn't have a lot of fights, but I think he has an extensive amateur background and then coming from that Cuban school of boxing, just like the guy who just came out, Andy Cruz, as well, who has a significant amateur background as well, right?
Yeah.
Is he a 2-time gold medalist?
No, I don't think he's a 2-time gold medalist. I know he's a 1-time.
Okay.
Sure, but let me check.
Yeah, but
let me double check.
So they have extensive amateur backgrounds, and that doesn't necessarily always translate to the pros.
He has one
gold medal. It doesn't always translate to the pros, but I just think the more boxing you've done, the better it is for you. So I like that fight. I think Morrell is ready right now because he's probably only a year behind Benavidez, so it's like no matter how long you wait, I don't think Benavidez is going to be on the decline, and they're always going to be relatively close in age. I would get the fight in right now. I think that's a huge fight, but I was a bit disappointed in Benavidez saying they're looking to fight Jaime Munguia.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? Low key. I mean, nah, I don't know. I was gonna say low key, Munguia could probably give Benavidez a tougher challenge, but I take that back. I don't know. It's Styles. Styles makes fights, but Munguia, from what I seen him fight Demonchenko, I did like the fact that he was willing to throw bombs. He got hurt, but he persevered. You know what I mean? So, but I don't know. Yeah, I would say just take the Morrell fight. Yeah, both of them. Might as well take it, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, and if he doesn't take the Morrell fight, I mean, he could still fight Andre because I know Andre and Charlo just verbally agreed to fight each other, but obviously it's not going to happen because Charlo's going to take that Canelo fight, which is it's just things are always just kind of crazy to me. Obviously, he's going to do it for the, but it seems like he's doing it for the payday because at first it was he was trying to get like Andre to come to 160, trying to fight him at a catch weight. He told David Benavidez he's never fought at 168 before, but now you're going to have to go to full blown 168 to fight Canelo Alvarez, right? So it's like, are you? I know you've been chasing him for a while, but how come when it's Canelo now, yeah, it's all good to go to 160? It's just really about the payday.
You want payday? I know that.
Yeah, payday. You know that.
Yeah. So I'm a bit. I mean, it's gonna be a decent fight. I guess we have to see what Charlo we get to see if it's going to be a great fight or not because he's been out the ring for some time. But yeah, I was a bit. I don't know. I just remember him calling out Benavidez, talking all that hot stuff, and then kind of ducking Benavidez, in my opinion. So, and it seems to be the trend with Benavidez. So I want to see Morrell step up and take the call and fight Benavidez, or even if it's Andre. I want the Morrell Benavidez, but if Andre has to like step in first and fight Benavidez, then maybe we get Benavidez Morrell after. But I just want to see that 168 is heating up, man. It's kind of it's getting to be a deep division. I don't know if people are paying too much attention to it because of the glamorous welterweight, and then you got lightweight, which is stacked. But 168 got some hitters up there.
They definitely do. They got some hitters, and I think now with everything being in the mix, a lot of contracts that's coming out, we may potentially get some big fights, so it's going to heat up. I'm curious to see what's going to happen in the next couple months, what fights get announced at that division, and go from there. So
and last thing on David Benavidez, let's say he can't get the Morrell fight. Let's say Canelo doesn't want to fight him. I guess he would have to hope for Charlo to win against Canelo. I hope Charlo wants to fight him, but let's say Canelo doesn't want to fight him. Should he just pack his bags and go to 175, or should he keep trying to get these fights at 168?
Probably, because then he could still try to get that Boo Andre fight, like you mentioned, or Munguia he could fight. So I think he has at least a couple fights at 168 before he decides to move up.
Okay, yeah. So David Benavidez, David Morrell, tell us, do you want that fight, or what fight do you want to see at 168? Is that the best division in boxing right now? Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Mo, anything you want to do before you take us out?
No, not at all. Just continue to support us, of course. Follow our Instagram page. Follow us on TikTok, of course. Continue to support us. Like, comment, share. Because the engagement will definitely help the channel grow. So,
yeah, we appreciate all the support. 2 cents, short of $1, and we're out.
All right, we out.